I'm worried. I don't know what am I going to do in the future. I know nobody's going to take a chance on me.
For more than a year, Julio Ponce has been riding the trains and hitting the streets of New York City in search of work. He's one of 50,000 New Yorkers who will stop receiving unemployment checks this week, and he's already 3 months behind in his rent.
I know that the landlord is a good person, but he cannot be that patient with me. And I don't want to get those eviction papers. That's a nightmare. I cannot sleep. I need to get me a job to come out of this.
On this day, he has 2 stops. First, a job center in Brooklyn, New York, then later, a job interview. Last year, as the recession dragged on and the national unemployment rate rose, Congress approved money for states to extend unemployment benefits. For a state to qualify, it had to have an unemployment rate that averaged 6% for 3 straight months. New York hasn't reached that level yet, so some jobless New Yorkers are about to fall off the unemployment rolls. With national unemployment now at a 16-year high and jobs getting scarce, the loss of continued benefits is daunting for those already hurting.
Before, it probably would take us about maybe 4 or 5 weeks to find somebody a job. It may take about 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 3 months. Really depends on the person and the skills and what type of job they're looking for.
This job center in Brooklyn, New York, a New York City-sponsored Workforce One branch, regularly has 500 people filling its waiting areas and classrooms. It is where Julio Ponce comes daily.
I'm very worried. Not panicked yet, but very concerned.
Ponce has used the center's internet and fax service to send his resume to at least 100 restaurants with no luck. And now he is down to his last check.
I was 165, now I'm 142. I'm 5'5". I don't eat, man.
New York state labor officials are actually rooting for a higher unemployment rate to trigger payouts to the state's unemployed, and New Yorkers are not alone.
Nice stuff.
Pennsylvania and Texas are in similar situations, and all states face an end to the extended benefits on March 31st when the federal legislation expires. But President-elect Barack Obama is calling to extend the program as part of his stimulus package. Without new legislation, more people could end up like Ponce, who arrived at the Department of Aging at 3:30 for an interview for a part-time job. Half an hour later, he was told he'd be contacted in 2 to 3 weeks about the job.
I need a job now. Bye.
In the meantime, it's back to the search, and no check is coming in the mail.